Welcome, everybody, to Gridiron Live, hosted by Superstop. Superstop convenience store on the corner of Washington and California. Go by there and get you some gas, beer, ice, fountain drinks. They even got some food there.
I like food.
Y'all go give them a try.
I like food.
I'm here. I'm your host, Billy Hendricks. We're in the brand new Studio H, home of the Seymour Panther Radio, downtown Seymour. I'm here with Coach Dan Lloyd and Brayson Zeisel. John, the other host, he had a meeting to go to, and he should be here in a little while. Skylar Hendricks is going to sit in for us in here in just a minute. Um, so, guys, I missed the game. Sorry, had something to do.
No, I understand.
But I watched some of it. I was in and out trying to watch some of it, and it looked kind of slow at the first half. It was getting all the rust out, or
well, the Anson Tigers are a very good team. They're big and physical, and they had a 315-pounder, 270, 280, 260. And the way they run their offense, they went on an 18-play drive that took up, I believe, 11 minutes and 13 seconds of the first quarter. 18 plays. So we ended up stopping them, which is great. But, their game plan was to keep our offense off the field because it's pretty explosive.
well, that's a pretty smart thing to do.
Very smart. They actually didn't punt all night.
Really?
Even in their own 30.
I know a few times I was watching or checking in and out, seeing how everything was going. I seen 2 turnovers. I think they fumbled the ball in the backfield a couple of times.
They did.
Y'all recovered, and I thought, man, and to me, I think it was in their side of the field, and I thought we're fixing to score. It'd be easy. And I guess they D'd up on y'all and held y'all up for a little bit. I know y'all scored on one of those turnovers, but I couldn't remember if y'all did on both of them.
Well, we got 3 drives. Okay, so technically we got 3 drives in the first half, but to me it's legit too. When you get the ball with 30-something seconds left in the first half on your own 30-yard line, or actually I think it was 11 seconds. 11 seconds, I believe, or 12 seconds, something like that. It was something like that. And,
12, I think.
we took a few shots, but to me, we scored on the only 2 drives of the first half and ended up scoring 14. Going into the half 14-0.
Y'all did score on them?
Yeah.
Like I said, it was tough for me because I didn't watch all of it. I was back and forth,
but it was, it was a good game. I mean, it was a good first half. Their game plan was smart to keep our offense off the field. It's pretty explosive. But I was very, very happy with our violence on defense. Always can get better, always can get stronger and tougher. And we got to get more violent, of course, always. I mean, there's never a limit to that. But, I think we had a total, I think that's 50-something plays. We had 30-something plays at the end of the game. So their game plan was to keep the ball away from offense. But we were more physical than them at the end of the game. So I was very excited about it.
well, and I say this all the time: a good team's going to wear a team down eventually.
Yeah.
You can hold them maybe till the half or so, but it's what you do in the second half that makes the biggest difference.
Yes.
So, and when you come out and you score that many points to get to that 40 points, you knew that eventually they were going to probably bend.
Well, and our coaches, I'm not very smart, as we all know.
Mhm.
We've come to the conclusion of that, and so being surrounded by such smart coaches around, they made some great adjustments, and I had to listen to them. And I went with their direction, and we made some corrections on defense. And I got to hand it to the quarterback. You run the veer, but yet you scramble 3 times. I mean, come on, that doesn't happen. But he went out the back door a few times in regards to dropping back on a play action, and he nailed a couple 4th downs. And then I called a slant the wrong way. Of course, like I said, not very smart.
Right.
And so I gave up one of the touchdowns, but our boys fought, and it was amazing is every single one of our football players played, and it wasn't because we were up by a lot. I played 6 linebackers in the game, and I played 6 linebackers, I believe, in the first half. So our depth and our team camaraderie is what is truly amazing, exciting, and our locker room, in my opinion, has not been better since I've been here. I see a true. Not necessarily liking, it's more of respecting of each person and understanding that they have a role. And every kid contributed, and of course the coaches. Our staff is the best staff I've been a part of. Of course, I'm biased, but our staff has been the best staff that I've been a part of, just in terms of camaraderie, working together, and taking them their role. So it's been pretty awesome.
Yeah. So speaking of depth, I know y'all lost a few key players from last year.
Correct.
And y'all have moved, a lot more up, a lot more in.
Correct.
So Brayson did play at the end of the year last year on varsity, but he started his career off last year as a junior varsity guy. And and he had a heck of a game for his first varsity start to me on the what year he's going to be a varsity.
Well,
And I can't say y'all young players anymore because
no,
these players have been playing for 3 years pretty much, bunch of them for 3 years together. So
I have 14 seniors and 11 juniors. If I don't win, I need to get fired. I'm going to tell you right now. If I can't get 14 seniors and 11 juniors to go the right direction and fight for each other, they need to move on from me and get someone that can do it.
that's
But in Brayson's credit, he's done a great job in camp. He finished off last year and then rolled it over to basketball. And we've had a lot of guys, come up from the JV. The JV was, I don't know how many games you guys lose in 2 years.
One, maybe.
So like one.
I didn't even know y'all lost one.
Yeah,
Think
no,
about it.
no, and I'm not blaming that. I'm going to blame that Coach Redo.
Oh
You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
'cause,
exactly.
that's what I'm.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's always the coach's
Well,
fault,
I mean, it's just easy.
Yeah.
Just easy to do that because it's not my fault, right? It's not my fault. No,
But
it's
I'm
just-
glad that some of those seniors moved on last year, and you've stepped people in there
Yes.
to take over those spots, and it didn't seem like it may have slowed them down any right now. So.
Well, you're going to double cover. You're going to double cover David. Let's be honest. He snuck up on a lot of people last year, which blew me away because he had like an unbelievable sophomore year. So they're a bunch of idiots. Well, coaches. It's the 80-20 rule. 80% of coaches are idiots. 20% are good. So the coaches that knew about David would double him, and they really they want to take David away. And when you do that in the offense we run, other players step up, of course. And it wasn't a matter of anything that Dave did wrong. It's just when you put 2-1 on Dave, then there's gonna be opportunities elsewhere.
Oh, exactly. Oh, it's what we was talking about earlier. They may be double covering 88, and one will be open this next year, next week. I mean,
That's right.
Lindsay may go, golly, we're going to cover at 88.
I hope so.
Yeah,
I hope so. I hope so.
that's what you want to do. You want to have so many
Yeah.
weapons. It don't matter. They got to try to double cover everybody.
Yes.
No doubt. No doubt. No doubt. So,
But yeah, so like I said, it was good. What
well, I appreciate you doing this.
He
We don't have dead air. We don't have dead air on the mic here. I need to have a podcast.
I've been trying to tell him come over here and sit down and talk with us because I wasn't there. He was there, so he can tell you more about what was going on.
Some other bright spots was our defense. I was very excited about our defense. Our defensive line, man. I tell you what, offensive defensive line is where it's at. We know the trenches, but I was very excited about what the coaches did. The assistant coaches are amazing, and what they did to prepare the guys, and the guys bought into the plan. And I think we like to hit people. We'll find out. I think we'll find out if we can consistently like to hit people because that's where it's going to be at. This game is about violence, and that's an equalizer. So we hope we can get to that point where, like Lindsay's the quarterback's at Lindsay's an awesome young man, and he's a sophomore and he's a great athlete. So hopefully we can get some hits on him as well.
Yeah, especially them young guys. You like to hit them, and they kind of makes them think they might want to double check them. Then, well, I better not be doing this. I might get rid of the ball a little faster. Do something.
Pitch it. I want to pitch it. I hope so. I hope so. We'll find out.
Of course, you linemen, they got 3 seconds before they can hit that guy. It's going to pop them in the mouth every once in a while.
That's right.
Depends on what kind of refs you got, though. But
yeah.
So you're going into Lindsay Friday night here at home.
Correct.
First home game of the season. And I think they put up a lot of points last week too, didn't they?
They played Meridian, and Meridian was a pretty good ball club. They run a very dynamic offense. They run some veer flex bone concepts mixed with wishbone, and they run it well. And this is the thing about Lindsay is they're strong and big and pretty tough. And last year they gave us a run for our money, so it's gonna be a good test for us. I think that our offense could take advantage of some matchups and personnel matchups, but I think it's gonna come down to as always. I'm a defensive coordinator at heart. I'm gonna think it's come down to defense, and if we can stop them. Coach Williams and the offensive staff put together an amazing game plan, and we're excited about it. And we got to execute on that end. But I think it's going to come down to how physical we are up front.
You just made me change my subject. Speaking of coaches, how about your new coaches?
They're awesome. I'm a pretty good salesman. I don't know if you know that.
No,
yeah, I am. I can. I am. Yeah, and I got some good ones. I convinced them that I was smart and knew what I was doing. And of course, they got here and they're like, "What's going on here?" You know what I mean?
So I lied. I'm the dumb one. Y'all got to be the smart ones.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm just gonna sit back and watch y'all.
Yeah, I'm gonna yell on the sideline, act like an idiot, trip over, pylons on the side of the, when I'm running down the line. You know what I mean? No, they each. First of all, there's 2 that are young, which I love young. I love youth. Youth is great. You know, 'cause I'm jealous.
And one of them,
I'm jealous. Let's be honest.
one of them, this is his first coaching job, right?
Yes, 23-year-old Justin Jones.
Justin Jones.
Yes,
Yeah.
and I got 25-year-old. And Coach Fabilla, I believe he's 47, 48. I don't know. He coaches like he's 19, though. You know, he's got energy, and he's loud. He kind of looks like me. We're like Samoan, Puerto Rican, Hawaiian. I don't know, something dark and big that yells a lot, you know. We do what we do. But it's a great combination, and the camaraderie of our coaching staff is for me, it's the best I've ever been around because we each take our role and we're good with it. And Coach Aaron Anderson, who's coached 1, maybe 2 years of football prior to this, man, he's a go getter. And he's always trying to learn. And Justin Jones, of course, I recruited Justin. Well, I didn't recruit Justin. I recruit everyone, by the way. But Justin Jones, of course, I coached against him when he was at Holiday,
right,
and Archer, and so I remember him, and so when he was at Holiday, I wanted to nab him up, which I got him, and Coach Aaron Anderson, of course, he's gonna be a superstar, and Coach Fabilla is already a proven superstar, so it's a good combination, and the main thing is this, okay, at the end of the day, they have established relationships with the kids, and I have not seen any negative feedback from either side in terms of relationships and relationship building. So it's been pretty awesome. And, I'm blessed to be part of the staff. Like I said, I don't really know what I'm doing. They kind of help me and kind of direct me in what I need to do. So it's all good.
That is good. That's great. Yeah, like I said, I knew they were young, which I feel like if you're going to hire somebody, you're going to hire somebody that's probably more like you.
Yes.
So
yes. Well, it could be a good thing and a bad thing.
Well, I know.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't be married to someone that's like me. The house would burn down. You know what I mean?
A lot of times when you're like your friends and people you hang out with, you don't kind of hang out with people the way you act.
No, you're right.
Doing all that and have a good time. And,
you're right.
And you don't want no stiff up there going. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, you want somebody up there hollering and screaming, having a good time with you.
That's it.
But
that's it.
That's your defense to me, though. Defense coaches are crazy.
Well, I don't know. I don't know how to. I only saw stars 3 or 4 times on Friday, and the walls were caving in a couple times. But am I too close to the mic?
No, somebody at the Rock End said they were hard to hear, so I went and turned it up a little bit.
Oh, when I rap, I usually rap with my mouth right here next to the mic. When I rap,
I do too.
Yeah,
you can come up here and rap.
No.
You're gonna
make a
beatbox
Panther song.
Yeah, no. I need to start a podcast.
You got a song, Brayson? Do you sing in the song? Or you just got music.
Okay, well, Brayson, you talk. We're done talking. You talk. What do you think? Tell me about Anson. Tell me about Anson.
Say it again.
What do you think about Anson?
Pretty good team.
Oh yeah, that's what it was.
Pretty large.
They were large.
Very large.
I was looking at I went and watched JV Thursday night, and them guys were like twice my size too. I mean, they're big, but they were big guys, huh?
Yes.
Strong. Grayson, I think at least one of your touchdowns, I know for a fact, down the sidelines on our side, I didn't think you caught it.
Oh yeah,
it's
very close.
Did you see the ball? I mean, did you just put your hands up and hope it hit the right place?
The second one on the fade route, like bottom corner of the end zone.
Oh yeah, he was all in your face. I mean, he has hands up and everything.
Yeah, I couldn't see the ball.
You just put your hands up and felt for it, hope for the best. Yeah. Well, I mean, close your eyes and hope you catch it.
I bet you he caught some men running. The big guys, you didn't want to tackle you. You said, get away from me. I'm going to the end zone. That's the way all this little guys try to do.
Yeah. Well, we Coach Lloyd just gave everybody a teaser of the new coaches because now that the studio's set up, I'm gonna have each one of them come in here and we're gonna do an interview.
That'd be great.
They could all 3 come in at once. I'd really love for them to come in Thursday so I can get them in here and we can interview and then we can.
You better soundproof this more. I'm telling you right now.
I'm gonna turn Coach Fobbs way down.
No.
But I'm hoping to get them in here because I want that to be kind of our halftime show for Friday. So I'm trying to get.
That'd be good.
It's all about timing with those guys. And it's actually 4 new coaches, so I'd have to kind of tease them because Coach Finley also. So.
He's great too.
Yeah, and he's great too. He's got that crazy energy as well.
So. Yes, no, I like insane. I thoroughly enjoy when people think that when people think that it's chaos is when I'm at my comfortable. Well, you know that, right? Yeah. I mean,
I'm your neighbor.
I feel the same way. The more,
me too. Me too.
To me, the more busy I am, the more everything's going on, the better I think.
Yeah.
When it's slow or dead, I'm just, I guess you might.
When it's quiet, the voices talk.
Yeah,
I can't.
exactly.
I can't know which one to listen to.
I 100% agree with you.
You know.
Then, speaking of the defensive side, the Billy wasn't there the other day, and I was. So on Anson's drives, their biggest drives.
Yes.
It just got hotter in here. We turned the fan on.
Sorry.
But their biggest drives were on broken plays. I mean, you kind of talked about that as far as defense goes, Coach Lloyd. I mean, is that where you think that disconnect was?
A disconnect. So my linebackers are very good about reading, and so when they would play action, I had linebackers dropping into coverage when I was okay with them blitzing with the veer, right? Because it's a 2-man routes. I don't know if you know that, but it's 2-man routes, and so I was okay with them blitzing, but they're actually good at reading, and the quarterback was good enough to kind of come out of the pocket and get a few first downs. And this is the deal. It's kind of like the spread. The spread's great. When you have a quarterback that can run, it kills you. And it makes you want to bash your skull against a wall. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And he made some good plays. And then one of the touchdowns I took away from our guys, I slanted and I was rolling the dice. I get kind of fired up. And when defensive coordinators get fired up, they got to do stupid things, And I did something stupid. Like I said, not very smart. I'm going to reference that multiple times in this interview. And, I mean, you guys know me enough. So basically, he made some great plays, but this is the deal. To hold that team to 14 points, I think is pretty good. I just hope we didn't beat them up too much so they take care of Archer this week, honestly.
Yes.
I think we got after them a little bit. I just felt that they were kind of ready for the game to be over before it was over.
It felt like that towards the end. Yeah.
And that's really when I get the tinglies. I really get the tinglies. I'm 47 years old. I get the tinglies when I can see that the other team is really not wanting to be a part of the situation.
Well, I hope our other 9 games in the regular season is going to be that way.
You know what? That's the plan, but we'll see if I'm worth anything, right? We'll see if I can do it.
I think we're gonna test your defense assault next year. 44 points is what Lindsay put up, and 0 scored against them. So I mean, we're gonna test both sides of the ball.
We'll find out.
Yeah.
We'll find out. We'll find out. And like I said, if I can't get these guys going, they need to find someone else.
Fair enough.
Right?
Yeah.
Bryson, what do you think about Lindsay coming up? Have you been watching any film or doing anything special to prepare?
Yes. They remind me of Anson a little bit just by the way they play,
Okay.
which I think will make it easier on us because we saw it a week prior. But yeah, the quarterback's very talented.
Is it the same quarterback from last year, Coach Willard?
A good person would know all that information.
It's
Yeah,
a preseason game, so
I think I thought it was a JV guy.
Yeah, I think we played him last year on JV.
Okay, so he moved up and he's ready to go.
So my smart coach is, of course, Coach Redder, which I blame everything on, but yet he gets the credit for most things good.
Yeah.
Okay, they call him Sled Dog, by the way, or Red Dog.
Red Dog.
Yeah, no,
Red
they
Dog.
do. He's loyal and he's like a sled dog. What do sled dogs do? They just run. They may run off a cliff. They don't know, but they run. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? And
exactly.
no, he said it perfectly. I think he said it's basically the JV team got bigger, faster, stronger,
Yes.
and that they have a new system that kind of fits their personality.
Nice.
So like I said, I take all the information from all our coaches and then kind of put it together, and then I take the credit and don't give any credit to them.
Absolutely.
That's kind of what I do. Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
That's why you get the title of head coach. When they get their head coach, how they can do that?
Yeah,
exactly.
They'll do the same.
That's right. That's right.
And I don't like to look too far ahead or outside of the peer view of next week, but I don't know if you saw Bryson, the Belcher kid over in Winthorst, first play of his varsity career was like a 60-yard touchdown.
I think it was over 70.
70-yard touchdown.
No, that's not shocking to me.
And threw up. No, me neither. But I was like, dang, a 70-yard bomb first play out.
Yeah, he's got a couple targets over 6'2".
Mm-hmm.
That usually helps a little bit when throwing the ball around.
Makes it a lot easier, doesn't it?
I think so.
I'm not too worried about it. I've seen our cornerbacks, and I think we have some size and speed. So I mean, I'm not scared about their size of their receivers. But
well, I can't see beyond Friday, and I don't remember who we played last Friday. So we'll see see where that goes.
That's where your folks needs to be, huh?
Good deal. Well, we can. Do you want to see about the other 2 guys? They're in there eating pizza. So
they're eating all the pizza right now.
They're probably. I mean, you left the 2 linemen in there.
Yeah,
with the pizza.
That probably wasn't the smartest thing for us to do.
No.
Hey, I'm gonna let them come talk because you're tired of talking to me, right?
No, I mean, if you're ready,
we're never tired of talking to you.
No, we're never.
Or making fun of me. You know what I mean?
You can talk all you want. We love it. We love it.
All right, well, I'm gonna go get them.
But we can switch them out.
We're looking forward to the rest of the season, Coach Lloyd, and having you back here and getting some of the other coaches in here and putting them in the spotlight.
Yeah.
Anytime, this is the thing. I came to the great state of Texas. God bless Texas. I don't know if you know that, but that's a saying I think they say. And I'm the good Lord brought me here because I was meant to be here. So the more I can have this town and you and what you guys have done as far as bringing the pride and the camaraderie and the great atmosphere, team atmosphere. I mean, it's unbelievable. I mean, so to have everything's bigger in Texas, right? And to have a radio show. I mean, to have people at the Rock Inn right now, right? Credit to the Rock Inn, right?
Yeah.
Super Stop, right? Is that the camera?
No, his camera's up there.
Up top. There you go.
But I'm looking.
That's a live stream.
That's Marcus's.
Marcus is live streaming.
Yeah.
Oh,
he wanted to jump in on it.
I'm pretty good looking, dude. Anyways, we'll get to that later. But what I was saying was no, and thank you too, for doing this. This is awesome because it's for the boys, right?
Exactly.
We're all done, but it's for them to have memories and for them to have the memories of this and to enjoy this is what it's all about. So I truly appreciate you guys doing it in the Rock Inn and Super Stop. The moms have been amazing. The Booster Club has been amazing. I can't give enough credit to them and the administration, of course, and all that. But I don't want to keep talking, so I want to get some people that are smart in here. So let's get some offensive linemen in.
No, they're the smartest ones you got on team.
I will say one, they're the toughest. They're the toughest. I'll say that. I will say that.
That is true.
All right, I'll go get
Bryson, you got any parting words you want to tell everybody?
Jackal.
Thanks, Bryson.
I could not agree with you more.
That's great.
Oh gosh.
You're good. You can leave it, Bryson. I think the only thing we could do better with him. I think the only thing we could do better with Coach Lloyd is if we could convince him to be a Cowboys fan instead of a Raiders fan.
Well, that would be nice.
Yeah, that's the only thing. Right over here, man.
We'll have to work on him
That's
sometime.
the only part of the California.
Let's keep throwing it in there once in a while.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Welcome back. I know we never went anywhere. I'm just kidding.
Grayson got a big head.
Let's see if we get the door closed right quick.
We're fixing to sit down here with a couple of the linemen and defensive linemen on the Seymour Panthers. But first, I'm going to talk to you about Superstop convenience store on the corner of Washington and California. That's who sponsors this show on the Great Iron Live. And they go by there and get some ice, beer, gas, soda pops, soda drinks, whatever you want to get. Go by a Superstop, corner of California and Maine.
Add to Superstop, Michelle Belcher and her son Nathan Belcher. I mean, he'll be here eventually, and we'll get to some of that great personality.
Exactly.
But starting as a freshman all the way until this year, his senior year, every game. It's pretty impressive.
Well, as a center on the lineman, that is impressive too. Most freshmen usually going to end up being a skill player. It's really weird for someone to be put on the line as a freshman, but
yeah.
But now we got Peyton Sullivan over here to the right, Marcus Robinson over here on to the left.
And we're at seniors, right?
Yes,
senior big leaders on the team.
Yeah, well, he just told us how many seniors are there on your team? 14
and 11, right? 14 and 11. That's a lot of upperclassmen.
That is. That's why I told him you can't call this team young anymore.
No.
Y'all are seasoned veterans.
Well, guys, tell us a little bit about how you felt about the game Friday and how that went for you guys from y'all's perspective. We heard the skill player. We want to hear how it was down in the trenches with you guys.
Exactly how I expected.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I mean, I watched a lot of film in class and everything. Yeah, they were big. Thought they were real physical on film until I got down into the trenches. They were a little bit softer than what I thought, which kind of disappointed me, but
still extremely big.
It's not bothering me.
Really big.
Still kind of hard to move around.
Yeah, they're still pretty big and everything, but it went pretty good.
The only good thing about them big guys, guess what? They wear down.
Oh, they were worn down.
And that's usually what happens. That's why I was telling Coach the first half 14-14 is close because they kind of wore on y'all, or y'all not wore on y'all. They had fresh legs at that point. When they come back out halftime, it's usually them guys that wear down and y'all still going. But he said he switched a lot of y'all in and out on defense. That helped kept y'all fresh and everything.
Oh, yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah, we moved. I mean, there was a lot of movement from the sidelines on the field, and he kept everybody going. And I think it's a testament to our team that we're that versatile. That, I mean, we can put players in all the way from sophomores up to seniors, and they can still fill those gaps, and we can keep up with another varsity team.
I was really surprised. I'm not surprised only switching defensive tackles or defensive ends out because they, it gets tiring down there, especially if you're working on one side of the ball and have to keep going back over and do another one. Take a little break every once in a while. But I was surprised when he told me how many linebackers he switched in and out.
Yeah.
He said he switched a bunch of them in and out.
Yeah.
I didn't know how he switched that many until we were listening in there.
Yeah. I did. When he said that, I was like, golly. I said, most linebackers, they just stay in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah, usually you keep
one is it's hard to find a middle linebacker because those are the craziest ones on your team most times because they got to get in there. They're the ones that go in there with their heads down, knocking the crap out of everybody. So Yeah,
I
they're
don't know. I
kind of
saw
they're nutty.
Marcus blow through there a few times. And,
I seen Marcus blow through
some
and get in the
guys that,
backfield and
after they
disrupt some stuff.
after Mr. Weightlifter over here worn down the lineman, he was blowing through him pretty easy for a while, disrupting plays. And what is that, Peyton? Are you an end or a tackle?
I'm an end.
An end.
Yeah.
An end. So you're one of those guys that was trying to stay home during those scrambling plays, huh?
Yeah, we were actually pinching inside on him for the veer the whole time, so we just went in, and our only goal was to kill the running back.
That's good to know because when me and John were up in the booth, I kept saying the problem with our ends is they're getting sucked inside the whole time, and
Yeah.
so being that they're getting when I played in, you don't usually want to get drawn inside unless it's designed that way. You never want to get inside or let them have your outside shoulder, and that's why they're rolling out, take that handoff, and would get them to go. And I was like, well, where's the end? Somebody's not doing their job.
That depends on what kind of offense you're going up against too.
Yeah, I think halfway through the game, coach had us just play head,
Just
pinching
go.
after that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was sort of half and half on pinching and just playing head up and everything.
And then y'all both play on the offense line as well.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
What position y'all at?
I'm at right tackle.
Right guard.
Right guard. Do y'all do any pulling
on the same side?
Oh, y'all are the same side. Y'all are buddies, the tag team over there, huh? Y'all pull a lot or
yes,
very
sir.
often?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, because you got to be quick for that.
Yes.
Yeah. And how was?
That's why Marcus does it. Not very quick.
Not you. He stands for the best. How was the defending? I mean, with Braden back there, I know he's a little bit more of a stable quarterback, not so much of a scrambler as like Keegan was last year. Which it's fine. That's their different style. But is it a little bit easier to block for him without having to move so much?
I think it's way easier. Just stay back there and block for him. With Keegan, he just run off. He's blocking for nobody eventually.
Yeah, know where he's at.
You got to turn around. Where'd he go?
Well, I watched several times, and y'all looked, picture perfect whenever it came to that because y'all would block and y'all would create that perfect pocket around him. And then y'all had him going around the outside to the point where when it did start to collapse, he had that lane right in the middle to run forward and make it happen. And he did. He completed, I don't know if it was Brayson or Hagan, one of the guys, he completed a touchdown off that. Y'all had a perfect pocket, gave him all that time. And let the receiver scramble a little bit, and then he just stepped up and made the throw. It was pretty great. I was Brayson saying it was all him. So, yeah. Well, 141 yards, 3 touchdowns. It's kind of hard to not know when it wasn't him out there, but that's pretty good for a debut.
Man, it's like we told him, don't get used to it. They'll probably start double teaming you. So,
yeah, you're going to be the target next week.
Yeah.
They're going to have to pick and choose between him and David.
Exactly.
Which one they want to double.
Speaking of next week, how are you guys feeling as far as the linemen go? I mean, I know y'all are the seniors, so you kind of can speak for the whole line in the trenches down there. How are y'all feeling about next week? This week. I'm sorry.
They're big again, but I think it's going to be the same thing. Just kind of go in big, physical, and wear them down a little bit and be just fine. Hopefully.
Can y'all tell, or have y'all talked about depth? Do they have enough people to come in and take over when they get worn out?
Well, I know we won't have
Jason.
We won't have Jason. We won't have Ortiz.
Maybe.
Ortiz was
maybe
Ortiz. Yeah, he might be back.
So we have 2 guys injured or a couple of guys injured.
Ortiz is in Cali right now.
Oh, yeah. So skipping out on vacation or something. I mean, come on now.
We're too late for that, but
I didn't worry. Well, that's interesting. I feel like you don't want to miss a game when he's a senior, isn't he?
Yeah.
I mean, that's things. But and Jason, he got walked off the other day for injury. Is there an update on that? Hopefully nobody from Lindsay's watching, so we'll just keep to ourselves. An injury update. Is anybody else? Everybody good?
I have not checked up on him. I'm not gonna lie.
He's been doing
from the sidelines. I think he's doing pretty good. He's been working with Woody a lot. I've seen him with him a lot and everything. I think he should be doing. If he comes back, he should be good.
That's why he's been doing like a whole bunch of
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I would rather him take off against Lindsay and Albany and be ready for the regular season. To be honest, because what is it?
Don't
Lindsay,
rush things.
Albany, and I think do we have homecoming?
Lindsay, Albany,
Quanah
homecoming, right? Yeah, so that'll be fun.
Yeah, of course, I'm the only one. I think Albany's going to be the only one that's going to be toughest one for us.
I'm ready for.
I know Lindsay put up 44 points, but I don't know if that other team's very good.
Yeah, I didn't watch the film. I just know if you put up 0 points and they put up 44, and they were a little bit younger of a team, fresh legs on the quarterback. They must have not. I don't think they're quite on our level as far as Meridian goes.
That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, they have definitely
could be wrong, but that's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, they definitely haven't faced a team that's physical as us.
Yeah,
so that's what I'm.
That's what after watching filming. Yeah, Meridian got scared about second quarter.
Oh, really?
They were worn out that quick.
Yeah.
And again, I would be too. That quarterback in Lindsay, he's fast.
Well, coach wants somebody
Yeah,
to get
he's pretty fast, man.
Coach wants somebody to get violent, knock him under his chin.
Hey,
That's your job.
you can be fast and crazy, but you get hit one time. That's when you get tested. You know,
Yeah.
everybody's good until you get hit in the mouth. You got to see what happens.
Yeah, especially like a young quarterback. Is what I'm saying. He just played for his sophomore last year and played on JV as a freshman. Some of them guys. They used to have a kid a long time ago played for Windthorst. Joe, what was his name? Joe. I can't remember. Anyway, they started him as a freshman quarterback, and man, the first time I seen him get hit hard, he just laid down. He just
Done.
he on seventh and eighth grade, he ran all over. He's same age as Colton and them, so he'd been that grade. He used to run all over them in junior high, and then he got up there and they thought, man, he's the best thing. And he met some of them big seniors, and they just plowed him.
Yeah.
That just like 2 years, 3 years ago, and 4 years ago, I guess 3 years ago, whenever Keegan first started.
Yep.
And I thought, man, it's going to be a freshman out here. Maybe just kind of like Joe. And Keegan took that first ball and ran it right in the middle of all that with a kickoff return and just knocked the crap out of everybody. I thought, well, he might not be a Joe. He ain't scared.
That's what
So-
when I first moved back, watching Isaac get the ball. That's what I was thinking. I was like, what in the world they give this little guy the ball for? And then he looks like a little cannonball coming out of there and just hits somebody hard. I'm like, well, never mind. Let him have the ball.
But I'm hoping he ain't like them. I'm hoping he's no more like that Joe was. His
Yeah.
freshman
Oh,
year.
yeah,
Just
definitely.
lay down as soon as he
Yeah.
gets hit.
Well, you know, turning the tables a little bit. I know you guys are seniors moving in and to your new roles as leaders and everything like that. How is the camaraderie going within the team, and as far as like the classroom outside of school, the practices and stuff? Are y'all keeping it together?
I'd say so. I'd say so.
I'd say we're
Yeah.
pretty good on that part.
Yeah.
Right there.
Y'all are keeping it. Your senior. I mean, they respect senior
Keep 'em
leaders.
in check.
Everybody's.
Oh,
yeah. You keep them in check.
Keep them in check.
Yeah.
Yes. Little.
Good to know.
cocky.
Sometimes you got to hit them pretty hard,
Yeah.
keep them in check. But
The youngins, the
This young
JV,
group,
the
a little
JV guys.
cocky, I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, I know the freshman class as pretty
Yeah, I could believe that one.
pretty cocky,
Yeah.
to say the least. I know that they're pretty they can be that way.
They're talented, but they're pretty cocky.
The freshman class? Yeah, Brayson.
Yes.
Brayson said, yeah, the freshman class. I know that y'all had a list of who needed to get hit first in this year.
Yep.
And so
2 pages.
I don't know how 2 pages, man. There's only 10 freshmen. I mean, come on.
Some of them on there 3-4 times.
That's why some of them didn't play. They knew about the list.
They were worried about the list, yeah.
I don't want to get hit.
Well, yeah, JV, I'm gonna have to head to Lindsay on Thursday, and I'm not looking forward to that. So I'm really glad you guys are at home because
Yeah.
I made that drive last year, and it was not as much fun to staying at home. But yeah, you guys it was a great show on Friday, and I know we're real excited to see what you guys can do on this Friday and the upcoming season, and everything like that. And I really hoping that these seniors keep this up, and y'all can stay healthy, and y'all can show us what you're really made of when it comes to district. Because I know I didn't look at the ratings as far as like the local sports writers did. Where did they put us in the district? Did y'all talk about that, or is Coach Lloyd 1 week at a time?
They put a second in the district.
Behind
second in the
Windthorst?
district.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen.
Not gonna happen.
That's their.
I was told by another senior. I asked him what we're doing this year, and he said we'll see you in Arlington. So, so I was like, you know,
I do
huh?
like that answer.
Yeah, I like that answer. And I said, if you guys can get me up in the press booth at the Cowboy Stadium, I'm gonna be a real happy boy. I'm gonna say I'm gonna be real happy. I'm just
Yeah, we're gonna like that.
I'm gonna wear a suit. I'm just saying, like I'm gonna go full. I'm gonna get a maroon suit. You know? I'm gonna look good up there. So I'll be pretty excited. I'm gonna have to turn the camera on me instead of you guys, so that way we can all have a good time up there. But I like that answer, and I really want to see you guys make a run for it and do good. So, you got anything else for tonight, Billy? I know we're kind of short on time, 7:40, but
Well, you keep on talking.
keep on talking. I want to hear more from the players. You guys are hard to
haven't
hear.
heard. So, Peyton, when's the last time you played football? I know you did you set out last year or 2 years?
I did set out last
Just
year.
last year?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. I played my freshman and sophomore both on JV and
Uh-huh.
set out last year. Biggest
Good.
regret of my life.
Well,
But you made it back out.
Yeah.
it's good to have you back.
I think like
It is.
the biggest thing that people like they don't realize, like you miss, like you sit there, you're like, oh, it's nothing. Then you get out there and you see people hitting each other. You just want to hit and take somebody's head off. And
Feels good.
another big thing, I bet Mark's back me up on this, the brotherhood within the team.
Yes.
It's a whole different
The
ballgame.
relationship is definitely there.
Yeah.
Like hardly anybody that fight. I mean, we have a pretty good relationship with everybody, all the coaches and everything. Yeah, we give people a hard time, but it's all love and everything.
Like you wake
Oh,
up
yeah.
at 5 in the morning. First
Yeah.
people you see is your football team.
Yeah.
Last people you see when you leave the school is your football team.
Yeah.
That's true.
It's like
Yeah.
a big family.
There's a lot of people that don't understand that whenever you talk about team sports and stuff like that, and they don't see the relevance in sports because you might play for 4 years in high school and never play football again, but they don't understand the background of it. It's not about the football. It's about the relationships you make and the camaraderie and how you learn how to interact with other men in a team like that. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, it's a brotherhood. It's about discipline. It's about all that stuff that some people don't learn if they don't go through that
Mhm.
and ever play a sport. But I'm not saying nothing against any of them. I'm just saying they just don't. It's something that they don't really understand to me, and a lot of people don't if you ain't never done it. So, speaking of coaches, what do you think about the new coaches?
Oh, I absolutely love him. Coach Fobbs, especially. I love Coach Fobbs.
And what's Coach
Definitely.
Fobb? Is he line? I mean,
He's
is he
O-line
your
coach for
coach?
the-
So he's
Yes,
y'all's
sir.
like he's right in your business
Yes,
all
sir.
the time.
Oh
Yes,
yeah,
sir.
Yeah.
Definitely brings the energy like Coach Lloyd.
Oh my God.
Coach Lloyd
Him and Coach
2.0
Lloyd are
right
literally
there. They're
twins.
twins.
Well,
crazy.
I told Lloyd a while ago. I said, I'm telling you right now, if you're going to hire people, I'm pretty sure you're going to probably hire people more like you,
Yeah.
not
Oh,
just some
absolutely,
stiff sitting
yeah,
over there
yeah.
just looking around like, what am I doing? And he goes, oh, I can't do that. Just like you don't marry your same person, you marry opposite. And I said, no, if you have to get somebody, and then
If you've I know y'all don't have a lot of interaction with Coach Finley yet, do you?
No, sir.
Yeah, I mean I know he's the kind of the girls coordinator and girls coach and stuff, but I've had some interaction with him, and he reminds me a lot of Coach Lloyd and Coach Fobb. I mean,
he's got a
the
lot of
dude-
energy.
The dude is just excited about everything, and
That's
he's
what-
just hyped up about everything.
That's good to hear. to be
One
honest.
morning we were at practice and they were doing cross country practice, and Coach Finley comes out and they turn on a rock song. Next time we look over, Coach Finley's all dancing and screaming and stuff.
And
He loves to
he loves
sit
telling
down.
jokes. He'll sit around and tell dad jokes.
Yeah.
Oh
that's
yeah, he was playing
hilarious.
now when he got excited. Yeah, busted a couple of water bottles and stuff.
Like I said, he told Skylar, he said, this year at the girls' basketball team, I want all y'all up in the stands with signs and hooping and hollering and never quiet. And he said, I want that place rocking the whole time we're playing.
He told me, and I'm going to make him talk about it when he comes in here and talks. He loves talking on the microphone, so he's excited about coming here. He's the only one that's really excited about coming in. The rest of them, I'm having to drag. But he said at his old school, he went and taught them how to cheer. Like he taught the stands, like the student section, because he said, if you don't have a student section, why do you have a game? And he's like, come on, that's where all the energy's supposed to be. At. So,
Absolutely.
Student section is everything.
Yeah,
Crowd is
Student
everything.
section
If
happy.
you don't got a crowd, you just can't get going. Adrenaline don't get running.
The only thing I don't like about our student section is the wrong end.
Yeah, it needs to be on the other.
It needs to be right behind the
Visitor
the
side.
visitor team.
Yeah,
Have
yeah.
you ever noticed most places you ever go play at? Where's it at? Right behind y'all.
Yeah.
Y'all got to sit there and listen to it.
Coach Finley during it only happened I think for 2 games. He said his last school he had the whole student section get up, move, and the whole stand shifted so they could go to the opposite side. They followed the visiting team for the free throws. They moved from side to side, and so that way they said the superintendent only let it happen once or twice, and then he was like, "We're not doing that anymore. The fans don't like it."
Finley need to get in the stands to do that for us. Sounds like a great idea.
And I think he's
we
going
need
to
to
bring
bring out football games now.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, he needs to recruit all the girls' athletics out there to make a student section, and put them right up next to the band. You know,
So we play so much better.
Yeah,
I'm definitely bringing that up. I'm definitely bringing that up.
Bring that up.
It's,
But,
it's always good to get them stands, the fans, and get it going.
and then so Coach Fobb and then Coach was it Anderson and Coach Jones. Right?
Jones.
Yeah. Do you guys have much interaction with them? I know they're more of probably the skill players or
Yeah.
Yeah, we have Coach Anderson first period, and we get a lot of interaction with him. I talk to him a little bit.
Had basketball with Anderson over the summer too.
Exactly.
practice.
Yeah, y'all had that.
we did, and we worked with you. I worked with him. He thought I was going to be assistant coach for a while. I was confused. We were all confused, but I mean, we had him, and he has a real chill vibe most of the time. Until Brayson makes him mad. Until Brayson makes him. Brayson and Isaac know how to bring it out of him. So I'll tell you that much. During the summer, at least, during the school year, he's going to behave, but during the summer, he's going to bring it out. That he got pretty excited. I kind of reminisced of another Coach Anderson that was on the sidelines for a while.
I was about to say it's like almost exactly like other Anderson.
Yeah, just not quite as angry, but yeah, the new coaches, new setup.
And what's Coach Jones do?
He works with the
Running back. That's right, running back coach.
He was running back in MSU.
Right,
for 4
that's right.
years,
Yeah.
So yeah.
From what I've heard from the JV kids and like they go to film and stuff, they said he gets after it. He gets after it is what they said.
Yeah, Eli's
good.
the freshmen have told me that he's real detailed and he chews on them pretty good. And even if they do good, he's not gonna let them slip on any mistakes.
What's good?
he's getting ready for to move up to take over because you guys can't have a good year and then have those JV guys kind of mess up your tradition of winning and stuff like that. Because it's been a while since we've had that tradition of going deeper and winning and going further, and so we need to kind of bring that back. I mean, we want to get through at least one round this year.
I mean, Skylar had Coach Anson as a 7th and 8th grade coach, and he got them ready for high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To say the least. Yeah, he definitely got us ready. Y'all don't know anything about conditioning until you've had like Coach Anderson.
I'm glad
out
I
there.
didn't.
Because
Me too.
y'all don't run gassers.
I don't think I missed that line.
I've never ran so many gassers in my life, and he would stand out there and we would run till he was tired. And coaches say that, and it's funny. It's not funny. It's not funny.
He
at all.
was serious.
No, he was dead serious about it,
Heard stories.
and it was rough. But I mean, he prepared us well.
I was trying to think of one coach, might have been Coach Smart's crew. They used to sit out there and throw footballs as they run gassers, and if they hit you, you had to run more.
I've heard the stories about that.
Or
yeah.
not catch it.
Yeah, if you caught it, just like it's pretty much like dodgeball. Hey, chunk of ball, if it hits you, you got to run one more. If you caught it, you're good. You could quit one less or something. So
we did that too because I remember I did that to our Pee Wee team when I was coaching my son because it was just a habit. They were running gassers and I would throw it at them. If they dropped it, I'd be like, you give me a couple up downs and keep running. You know what I mean? I was like, it's just I thought that's how you're supposed to do it. So I just gave it right back to them. That's awesome. And then you guys, seniors, how's y'all's class load this year?
Easy.
Easy. All right. So the teachers are listening. The seniors said the school's too easy.
Do you have more? Do you have more than 3 curriculum classes, or are they just all
College?
What's the regular? Talking about the English, the math. Y'all
The
got
core classes.
core classes. Yeah,
We got math, English.
I don't know what I have.
that's it.
You don't even
I
know.
think
what you
that's.
have.
I
just
think.
go to them.
Well, I mean,
Oh,
is science a core class?
Science is
Yes.
the core
Oh,
class.
then we got
yeah.
3.
Yeah, and then the other ones are like
I had
your
2 my
media.
senior year, and the rest of them were ag.
Or no, we got 4.
Well,
It's
athletics
history.
too. No,
So,
really?
Is history a core class?
Yeah.
So yeah, we got 4.
Did y'all take? Are y'all taking Spanish 3 for because you are doing a podcast in Spanish, right?
Just like this.
Yeah, I'm trying to
Just
get
like
it. I'm trying to get. I was letting her, Miss Campos, know that this is open for them to use. I mean, come down here and make it official. Like they can do like a Spanish speaking podcast down here.
We'll get her on it.
This was all still in progress whenever I started talking to him about it, and now it's actually functioning, so it could be used, and so it'd be pretty cool. I think people would be interested in watching the Spanish speaking podcast.
We'd have people from the community watching the announcements on our English deal.
Yeah,
You'll see that.
that would be cool. But yeah, it's
Well, for me, y'all have to put a translation bar down there so I can know what y'all talking about.
I won't even know what I'm saying.
So memorize it, hope for the best.
We'll be written off cue cards.
Oh, yeah, exactly.
Well, it'll be pretty cool. Well, guys, Anson, went over there, season opener, had a great game. Started off a little slow, finished strong. I think we just outwheeled them at the end and just really beat them down on the offensive side, which is pretty great. That first quarter, just out of the blue, they had the ball for the whole until 2 minutes, I think, or less. They
had it for like
had a
a
ball.
1
They
minute.
had it for a while.
They I think their strategy was don't let y'all touch the ball on offense and maybe we'll win. And then I think it wore them down so much that it didn't work out because
that was a mistake.
Well, I mean, if you got to think about it, when you got a team that can, usually score just like that, you're going to have to try to control the football. I mean,
and we did.
I mean, that's most coaches coming in when they know somebody's got a team like that. That's just what they're going to try to do is keep the ball out of your hands.
They kept the ball almost the whole first quarter. We got it with a minute left, and we scored.
But they
mean,
kept it for like 11 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, and it was the
like
longest
14,
drive of the
14.
game. And we were just talking about how slow the game felt, or how fast it was going actually, because they ran a lot too, and so the clock never stopped.
I had a feeling when I was watching the JV game and they running those double veers and all that, the double wings and stuff like that. I thought, oh yeah, they're just going to run the ball on y'all, try to keep the ball in their hands at all times. So
it's kind of fun to watch when you see 3 backs back there and they all go down to a 3-point stance. And you're like, what just happened? It's like, what's going on? Reminds you of Santa a little bit.
3 yards and 3 yards and a cloud of dust.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
And so Lindsay, I guess they run a lot.
They run they run sort of a veer type.
That's what I was thinking. So I'm gonna have some more running.
Yeah,
more hits for us.
That's right.
More trench work for you guys down there.
That's
for
right.
Sure. Well, you guys, we want to thank you guys for coming out here tonight. I know it's a school night and everything. I know it's not too late for seniors to be out or whatever, but thanks for coming in here and helping us break in the studio, the inaugural show inside the Studio H, Seymour Panther Radio, hosted by Studio H and sponsored by Superstop, which is right there. It was California and Maine. and they have everything you need. I think a few of these guys actually work there, so and they employ a lot of our team, which is pretty handy. Drinks, ice, snacks, and gas. They got pretty much everything you could need there, and we really appreciate them sponsoring this show, the Gridiron Show, this year, and supporting the Panthers. And with that, make sure you guys are out there. It's at 7 p.m. on Friday, right? We're starting at 7. Fair Park Stadium.
7:30.
7:30.
Is it
We do it at
7:30?
7:30 because it was 7.
7:30.
Okay. Well, either
They
way,
pushed
try
it
to
back
be
a little bit this
okay.
year.
Let's try to be there a little bit early because this year the cheerleaders have a program called the Panther Pride, where our kindergarten through fifth graders, about 50 kids, are going to be running out of the tunnel. So they're going to warm it up for you guys, and hopefully our fans will all get there early enough to see those kids and support our future Panthers, and then come out there and get ready to watch our now Panthers. The Panthers go out there and give the Lindsay Knights a little bit of a run for their money here in our home opener.
Oh yeah, and that's even nice too. If them 50 kids go out there, maybe those 100 parents are there watching y'all play football on
Yeah.
Friday night.
Maybe they'll stay. Hopefully they'll stay.
Pep rally 2:15 too.
2:15 pep rally?
2:15
2:15 or 2:30? 2:15?
2:15.
Okay, 2:15 pep rally. I know we get out of school 1:15 nowadays, so a little tough. But let's make sure we get our fans out there and support the guys.
How was the turnout last Friday?
Yeah, at the pep rally, how was the turnout?
I thought it was pretty good.
I think
As
it's
good
pretty
as
too.
normal. Did it feel the same? I was worried.
I was worried because a lot of them, a lot of the kids come. Somebody says, "I don't care if you go to pep rally, I'm gonna come pick you up."
Afterwards,
But
yeah.
last year, right after school, they usually stayed, went in there, and parents come pick them up. I didn't know if that was going to hurt it or not. That's good.
So it's still a good amount of people there.
Awesome. Well, it's a pep rally, 2:15. Be there early for the game. Check out the Panther Pride. Their first time to run out this year. And I think the mini cheerleaders are going to be cheering during the third quarter, too. So a lot of fun, stuff for all ages this week coming up. And then don't forget, if you want to make the drive on Thursday, JV's playing in Lindsay. So if not, surely somebody will update you on the score. It's pretty far away. But other than that, we want to thank everybody for coming out to the show, and we want to wish everybody a good night. And
Tuning into the show.
tuning into the show. What did I say? Coming out.